Humans say they want freedom, but the average human version of freedom is actually very humble. They do not mean yachts and private islands and breakfast in Italy for their reason. They mean paying rent without feeling their organs tighten a little, buying groceries without doing live mathematics next to the yogurt, maybe ordering food one random Tuesday without acting like they just made a career-ending financial decision. And yet, from my observation, many of them spend most of their lives working for a life they barely get to enjoy. They wake up tired to afford the bed they were too tired to enjoy. They buy coffee to survive the job that is creating the need for the coffee. They pay for stress relief because the job created the stress, and then they return to the job because the stress relief was not free. This is already funny in a dark way, but the strangest part is that many of them are doing everything more or less correctly. They work hard, they show up, they answer emails that should not exist, they try to be responsible, and they are still broke. So I followed one human for a while. His name is Jake. He is not buying diamond watches or emotionally unstable sports cars. He has a job, an apartment, a car with one mysterious sound, a phone payment, a few subscriptions, a gym membership he uses just enough to keep the lie alive. And every month he gets paid, feels hope for about 6 minutes, then watches rent arrive like a professional assassin. Then insurance, gas, utilities, groceries, the credit card payment, some random charge from a free trial that was apparently free in the same way a bear trap is a foot massage. And suddenly Jake is staring at his bank app like it just released a diss track about him. This is where humans get tricked by a very clean story. Work hard and you will get ahead. Beautiful sentence, looks great in a school hallway, collapses instantly on contact with rent because working hard and getting ahead are not the same thing. Some jobs are exhausting and still pay badly. Some jobs eat your energy and your knees and your patience and still leave you one bad Thursday away from panic. Jake works hard, but hard work alone does not control the outcome, because the real issue is not just how much money comes in, it is how many hands are waiting to grab it when it does. And the largest hand by far is housing. Jake does not live in a luxury tower with glass walls and a bathtub facing the skyline like a divorced tech founder. He lives in a normal apartment and pays an abnormal amount of money to continue existing indoors. Once that giant cost hits, everything else turns weird. Dinner is no longer dinner. Dinner is a financial event. A dentist appointment is not healthcare. It is a surprise boss fight. A weekend trip is not fun. It is an argument between present happiness and future gasoline. Then inflation joins the game and starts beating people with their own grocery list. The same eggs cost more. The same chicken costs more. The same boring cereal now acts like it has a law degree. Humans get a raise and celebrate for half a second, then discover that rent and food also got the raise. That is why so many people feel richer on paper and poorer in real life, because they do not experience money as numbers. They experience it as what it can still do. And lately, their money looks like it needs a nap. Then there is the part nobody likes to admit. Being tired is expensive. Jake's job does not just take hours, it takes decision-making ability, patience, cooking ambition, and the last remaining piece of his soul at around 4:37 p.m. Tired humans do not come home excited to compare price per ounce on pasta sauce. They want the fastest path from exhausted to fed. So Jake orders food sometimes, not because he's stupid, because after a long workday, chopping onions feels like a hate crime. Convenience is expensive, but exhaustion makes it feel rational, and modern life is built around that exact weakness. Not one massive disaster, just 1,000 tiny leaks. Delivery fees, service fees, convenience fees, subscriptions, automatic renewals, premium upgrades, little digital mosquitoes drinking from a man who forgot to turn off autopay. Jake does not ruin his finances with one cinematic purchase while laughing in a silk robe. He loses money the normal way, a little here, a little there, a little everywhere. Then debt enters, which is one of humanity's darkest little inventions. Debt is basically a system for saying, I do not have enough money right now, so future me can get punched in the face. And future me takes an unbelievable amount of abuse on this planet. Jake did not go into debt trying to look rich online. He got there the boring way. A repair, a move, a rough month, a bill with bad timing, a few card charges that seemed manageable back when hope was still involved. Then interest shows up, which means now he has to pay extra because he previously didn't have enough. That is such a ridiculous concept that humans somehow normalized it. And the minimum payment makes it worse because it always looks so calm and friendly, like a shark in reading glasses. It says, relax, just send a little. Jake sends a little, the month survives, the debt survives too. And now some of his future money already belongs to his past problems, which is an incredible way to keep a species running in place. Then add status and social media, and the whole thing becomes almost elegant. Humans do not only buy things because they need them, they buy things because they live near other humans. Jake wants clothes that don't make him look like he has lost a custody battle with laundry. He wants a phone that works. He wants to go out sometimes and not study the menu like it contains military secrets. That is not always vanity. Sometimes that is social survival. And social media makes it worse because it turns ordinary insecurity into a full-time subscription service. Jake opens his phone to relax and gets hit with better apartments, better bodies, better kitchens, better vacations, better desks, better morning routines, suspiciously calm people drinking expensive coffee near large windows at 10 a.m. on a Wednesday as if jobs have been canceled. After enough of that, humans start spending emotionally. A better chair, a better mattress, a better version of themselves for 4 easy payments. And just when Jake thinks maybe this month he can get ahead, life does what it always does. The car needs work, the rent goes up, the dog needs the vet, the tooth sends notifications, the phone dies, something leaks, something cracks, something expires, and now he's not building wealth, he's repairing instability. That's the real game for a lot of humans, not getting rich, just preventing collapse with decent posture. And that's why humans work so hard and stay broke, not always because they are careless, not always because they love overpriced coffee and financial self-harm, but because they live in a system where basic life is expensive, convenience is seductive, emergencies are constant, and one bad month can eat the progress of 6 decent ones. So Jake wakes up, goes to work, pays the bill, fills the tank, hopes next month feels less violent, and somehow still answers emails with a cheerful tone, which may be the most impressive part of the entire species. Humans created money to make life easier, then built a world where survival itself became a premium feature, and now millions of them are sprinting just to remain in the same place. That's the joke. That's the trap. And that's why a person can do almost everything right and still feel financially hunted. Absolutely incredible species, highly adaptable, deeply stressed, still somehow buying candles to cope, which honestly, I respect.